Conversation podcast. We live right now on Facebook. But shit, the rebroadcast gonna be on our YouTube channel. And it's gonna be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google, everywhere you can find your podcast. So today I got my man, Masio, Masio Masio. You know what I'm saying? He worked with big time artists from engineering to being around them. You feel me? You've been in the industry for many, and he a young motherfucker. You feel me? He got hold on. We got the female smoke free. You feel me? Shit about to take over everything. You know what I'm saying? I had to rock his shit on the episode. We about to get in tune with him. Coming straight from Long Beach. You feel me? He reside in Vegas now, though. You know. He moved back and forth, but I'm gonna let him tell y'all the story. You feel I'm about to bring him in right now. What's good with
Yeah,
you, Doc?
yeah, we live. You feel me?
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word. How you feeling?
Man, I feel like a black man in America, how they motherfucking play us. You know what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But shit, let them know who we got in front of us. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, what he do? My name is Masio Masio, and I'm straight from Long Beach, California, repping that East Side Las Vegas, you feel me? Yeah,
Okay.
man, since a jit, I was on some poverty shit, you feel me? But I done
Uh,
came up, you feel me?
hold on. Let's break it down section by section. So let them know how you came up, you know what I'm saying, from the West Coast and how your upbringing was and all that type shit. Let them know.
Yeah, so for me, I was one of those like learn everything from the streets and the neighborhood and community type of persons. Like, you know me now, I always say I don't really like to have an opinion and stuff like that. That's how I was as a kid. You feel me? Like
Okay.
I was real. Somebody called me as an adult. They said you real meek. Like in the
Right.
Bible, it's a term called meek, just meaning you real quiet and observant.
Okay.
And that's how I was as a kid. Nigga was just always like learning from the streets. So yeah, I was in Cali for a little bit, Vegas, Arizona, just growing up all on the West Coast and like just soaking up game. So I think I basically say I have to contribute like a lot of my like success now to just sticking to the principles of everything I learned when I was younger. You feel me? So I was playing basketball, I was playing football. I was a naturally just good athlete. You know how that is when you just good at
Yeah.
everything you do. Like
Right.
it was like that. But then when I found music, I got hooked. But that was like I found music, so like high school. Like I was
Okay.
defiant. It's like, oh, you didn't
Okay.
go to practice today. I know. It's because I was making music. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
when it got me, it took hold, and I just knew I wanted to do creative arts and music for like my just entirety. Like, that's it.
Okay, so look though, let them get a little detailed on how like type of obstacles and shit you had to face as a youngster, as a youngin and shit. Like what I'm saying, what was in your environment, what was going on?
Yeah. So for me, like just starting the household first, it was like being raised by a single mom. So it was just understanding that like, and I had a sister. My sister like 7 years older than me. So if I was like 7, she was 14. So as a young, and I was taking care of 2 women in my household, just being a man, whether it was like keeping quiet sometimes and let them beef their little things or stepping in the way between my mom and my sister, stuff like that. Uh, domestic violence and shit like that. Had to, getting my mama's boyfriends' faces and shit like that.
Yeah.
The outside community was just niggas play sports, gang banged, or I don't know, just the regular outside shit.
Right,
But
right, right.
me, I was like a mix between like an intellectual and like shit, just nigga trying to survive. So I'll just be doing shit, but I was smarter than most people. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Do all the bad shit, but just don't get caught type of deal and shit like that. So, but growing up, it was just the basics. Ain't too much like hurdles. Like never stress no shit. A few little fights here and there, going to a little juvenile shit, but that would be like before the day is up, I'll be back home type shit.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
very, like I said, when I found that music shit, it took over.
Okay. So did you come up two-parent household or was just you, your mom, and your sister?
Yep, just me, my mom, my sister. My dad was like not there. My dad is my biological father. He from LA. He
Okay.
went to Jordan High School, Jordan in LA, and then ended up moving to Indianapolis. Where you from Gary type of area.
All right.
Yeah, he moved over to Indianapolis and he been there my whole life. But I grew up with my sister's dad. So anytime I
Okay.
say pops, I'm talking about my sister's dad, and he from Watts, from Nickerson Gardens,
Okay.
Bounty
Okay.
Hunter Bloods. Like, but I ain't really grow up with my pops like that. He just was like that one male figure. That's why I always recommend to young people nowadays, like, you ain't gotta have no icons and people you idolize and stuff like that, but like keep a good male figure in your life that's gonna coach you up and like give you the game. Like whether you want to follow it or not, it be the principles that be the bottom line. You feel me?
For sure.
And that's what my sister's dad was for me, like that shit.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel
what's
me?
up. That's what's up. Okay, so so what age you like start like fucking around with the music or
With
engineering all that shit?
yeah, that was like I want to say sophomore year, but I kept it under wraps. You know when you doing something that's different,
All right.
like, yeah, like everybody know you as a hooper.
Right, right.
Once you want to do a little something that's different,
Yeah.
man, I'm the type of person I can't take 1 ounce of salt. Like I'm not. That's just not me, bro. Like I don't want to hear. If you ain't got nothing positive to say, don't say it to me.
All right.
So I didn't even tell nobody I did music. I would be like going to practice. We have games. You know, in high school, you have games every other day. So it's practice game, practice game. But as soon as I'm done with all that, I'm at home in the closet rapping.
Right, right, for
You know
sure,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So my mom was single mother. She did what she could to save up and buy me a little kit. Probably cost like 150. Got me
Yeah.
a mic. That's what you got to do. You start small. Get you a mic.
All right.
Came with a little program on a CD. Plugged it in. Downloaded it. And then just went from there. Little USB mic before all the technology.
Yeah.
And then that's what I did. I perfected that for like a whole year before I even announced it to nobody. That was like sophomore year. And I fell in
Okay.
love with like the behind the scenes. Like everybody want to cook up, but sometimes it's like behind the scenes what is like the meat and bones of it. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. So I fell in love with that process, especially since I would be at school not talking like I would be around all the action. I'll see all the action. I'll be playing sports, but deep down my mind was elsewhere.
Yeah, for sure,
You
for sure.
feel me? So
So you saying you had like a genuine passion for the shit, huh?
yeah, I don't know where it came from though. Music wasn't no shit where it was like my pops ain't doing music, my mom ain't doing no music. It was nothing like that. My sister, I played ball.
Okay.
I skateboarded a little bit because that's what niggas in the neighborhood did. It was good at skateboard, football,
Yeah.
so all the outside shit. I don't know where music came from, but got
Yeah.
that program, got hooked. And then junior years when I like announced it and like let people know like I'm recording at the crib, I got a service, and it was over from there. It was over.
Yeah. Okay,
For
that's
real.
what's up. Okay, so we talk behind the scenes a lot. So like let the people know how you just started off like just young, just started engineering for other artists coming up to like working with like, big dogs like Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Mariah Carey's, all them.
Right, yeah, on me on everything. So same things apply. Whatever I learned in the closet in my room, I always applied it to like when I was with the top dog. So for me, it wasn't no it wasn't no walking out my high school graduation. I ain't do none of that. I had a little job in high school. I had a little $50 here and there. So I would take that money and just put it towards my music shit. And that's when I knew I wanted to do it. So what I would do is like I went to my principal and I was like, I'm not walking at graduation. Niggas don't got money for no cap and gown. Like,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I got no money for that shit. My family was broke. So niggas just was like, I'm gonna take this $50 and get a Greyhound bus ticket. So
right,
like on the last day of school, got my diploma, got my Greyhound ticket, and I was out. Went to Arizona and decided I wanted to like go to an auto engineering school. Cause up until that point, I was just recording people at my school, but it was booming. Everybody and their mama was like in my room trying to record. People
yeah,
were salty that they wasn't able to even record type shit. So I knew I had it. And I was gaining all that experience engineering for all these different people. So I went to the school in Arizona, did my time there, learned a lot, and then shit, had to humble myself, took an internship. Yeah, the school I went to was like probably like a year and a half, but then I had to do an internship to fully consider like I graduated. So I went to LA to Burbank, humbled myself, and I did an internship under Ben Gross, who used to do all the shit for Kid Rock. Feel me?
Okay.
And
So
then that
what?
was like that's the
So
humble beginnings. You feel me?
I feel you. So how you start getting them connections though to even get in them rooms with the top dogs? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in the studio industry, you got to know it's all about your etiquette and your vibe. Like artists don't fuck with, if you're an assistant and you an intern, man, they don't care. If you fucking up the vibe, knocking shit over, you smell, you giving bad opinions, they kick you out. They told me at my school, whatever artist asks you, just say it's good. Whatever. You don't got no opinion.
Yeah,
You don't got
yeah,
no opinion. You feel me? That's why I don't have an opinion nowadays, bro. You be feeling me like, I don't have no opinion.
right,
The earth's still turning. I don't got
right,
no opinion. You feel me? So that's how it was. Like I was cool. Everybody loved me and I did my part. I had great anticipation. If an artist needed a fork as an intern, if an artist needed a fork, I knew it before he knew it. You feel me?
yeah, yeah,
I'll go get that. I'll go get the napkins, do all that, do the food runs, but then I'll soak up game from all the engineers. So as soon as the session over, I would stay there. I'll stay in the rooms, you feel me? And that's how you learn. You got to take advantage of the time you got. So I would teach myself the patch bay. I would teach myself all these plugins and shit. And then of course, when you in that type of shit, you gonna get that opportunity. So one day my my manager of the studio just hit me randomly and was like, the dude above me, his name was Jay Bull, my OG, he taught me the game with this shit. He was like, my manager was like, yeah, Jay Bull in Baltimore, so you next up. And I was like, all right, for sure. She was like, yeah, so whatever happened this weekend, you in charge. I was like, all right, bet. Man, I ain't know the first thing that was gonna happen this weekend was Jay-Z. You feel me?
right, right,
Nigga, I got an email from Young Guru, his engineer, talking about, oh, Jay-Z's vocal changes, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, this nigga got the wrong email. So I hit up my manager, like, what's all this about? He's like, yeah, you up, all right, Jay-Z coming in. I was like, bet. Hung up the little phone. I called everybody in my family, had to let them know. Everybody.
yeah, yeah,
And then I handled that, and then it just kept happening and happening and happening type shit to where you just like, they fuck with you and you start to believe in yourself for real.
yeah. So let people know, let the people up and coming know you can't be all fanned out when you run into a big artist.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like all that asking for pictures, shit, being clumsy. Like you gotta have composure in that motherfucker. You gotta think this Jay-Z, Kendrick, Celine Dion, Swiss Beats, No ID, J. Cole, Snoop, Donnie Marie Osmond, it don't matter. Mariah Carey, don't matter who it was. Like they have composure. They've been doing this for a long time. So when you get in these situations, you gotta act like you've been there before. So like I remember the only person I had really ever asked for a picture at the time because shit was cool was like this nigga Tiger. And even that nigga like looked kind of like he ain't expect it. And then ever since
Yeah,
then, it was just kind of like I don't need no pictures. Like I do
right,
this shit every day. People gotta understand, even back to
right,
this shit, like if you do this shit, you ain't like I belong there too. Cause my
right.
mindset, I'm a humble nigga. I play humble, but I'm really cocky deep down. And I
Yeah,
be like pressing that issue with myself, thinking to myself, I'm the only nigga in this room that know how to work all these buttons.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
I walk out this room, these niggas don't know what to do.
Right,
So if anything, I'm more important than all of these niggas.
right, right. You the
Jay-Z
glue.
need me, you feel me?
Right, right.
Yeah, so that's what it was in my mindset to where it was like, I belong here too. It would be groupies around, A&Rs, managers. Like, nigga, I'm the engineer. I got a title too.
Right, for sure.
Just kept that mindset, like just everything related back because my OG also taught me. Because I hit up my OG too before the Jay-Z session.
Yeah,
I was like, Jay boy, like I don't mean to bug you with the woo, fuck I'm gonna do? Like this Jay, he's like, nigga, he's like, you gotta remember, it don't matter who on the other side of the glass. You did this a million and one times before, you feel me? And
Yeah.
I literally use that shit to every day, like talking to a woman. It don't matter who in front of me, like,
Right, facts. But look
yeah,
though, okay, like since we got introduced to you, you laid out your whole story and shit, you feel me?
yeah.
Tell motherfuckers about how you got this started. The brand and shit. Tell motherfuckers about that.
Yes, man, I gotta pay homage, man. I was with my cousin, man. We was in the crib and like, you gotta understand it's the lifestyle. It's how niggas been living. Like, you could call it tricking off, you could call it being a gentleman, you could call it whatever you want. Like, for me personally, females always smoke free. Like, not like I'm going to buy it from, but if I had it, she ain't gotta put five. Like, feel me, shorty slide. Like, oh, you had a long day? I got the blunt roll. Pull up. Like I always just had to treat like for whoever. So I'm with my cousin one day, and this nigga like, yeah, like can my coworker slide through to my crib? And I'm like, nah, like if he do, he gotta put five. So I said if it's a female, she smoke free. And then we looked at each other and that was it. Like that was
Yeah.
it. Female smoke free.
All right, okay, okay.
Yeah, and it's just the lifestyle. So that's the origin of it. And then just everything from like what it represents is just like it's just a gentleman's club of bosses who handle that shit, but deep down still it's like, we gentlemen, we take care of women type shit. So if we got it, they got it.
All right, for sure.
Yeah. It's a lifestyle.
Okay, that's what's up. So shit, I ain't gonna hold you up on all your time, but this real conversation. So I want to get one last thing from you.
Absolutely.
We
I know
talking
you
about
coming
your
with some shit,
upbringing.
man.
You talking about the music. You working with all the celebrities. I want to know. Let the youth know. You feel me? Your most downtime, and what was your mind state, and what got you out of that situation?
Shit, my most downtime was sleeping in my car for 9 months.
Right.
Yeah, like it's bad. Like the situation though, never my mindset.
Okay. Okay.
Like if I could tell anybody anything who go through some shit, like your mind is powerful. Like you probably think like, oh, 9 months, think that's forever. Nah, like if I had a fucked up mind, I'll still be in that shit. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, like it was just bad. Didn't have no paper.
Right.
Mentally fucked up. So I was feeling down. Like I wanted to not even be on earth type shit.
Right.
But
Right.
my family wasn't fucking with me. Exiled. You don't feel like you got nobody to turn to type shit, but then you just look in the mirror and like all of the shit is yo doing so you could get out of it. So like
Right.
anytime you ever in a fucked up situation, you just gotta remember that shit is temporary.
Facts.
You could be
Don't get
right back up with like my OG told me, like one of my good friends, he told me, he said a win changes everything. It
facts.
don't matter. You can have a losing streak, 7 days in a row, 7 games in a row. Nigga, you get that dub, you a winner.
Right. Change your whole thinking.
Everything, bro. So I just knew, like, one, don't give up and do it your way. That's the one thing too. Like, I can't tell people not to lean on people for help, but me personally, it took me 9 months because I did it my way. I didn't want to sleep on a couple couches here and there. I was just like, I'd rather just thug it out of my car
Right.
and make the adjustment. So whatever little vices I had at the time, like I really got strong with them bitches, and cut them, and then just stay true to who I am. And everything that like I'm thinking now and was thinking as far as like opportunity and even just like the shit like my OGs be telling me, I was thinking about all that shit in the car. Nigga, it was cold, nigga, freezing. Like people don't, and that's the winter time, but people don't even know what it's like. You know what it's like to sleep in your car in Vegas heat, nigga?
Hell no.
Like if it's 120 outside, it's like 130 in the wet, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in that bitch stripped down in my briefs, nigga. Like, but my mindset was like, I'm finna get it, and then stay thorough. No matter what, I was in my wet, but I was still pulling up to niggas events.
Yeah.
If it was niggas birthdays,
You ain't let them
who
see you sweat.
never. I was still showing love to everybody, doing the same thing. Everybody thought I still had a place. if they was like, yo, where was you at? I was like, yeah, I was at a shorty house with the whoop, but I was capping. Yeah,
Right.
I would leave the homies like events and then shit, go sleep behind the hotel type shit, like in the whip. But shit got better. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it ain't so for anybody out there, ain't shit. Everything is temporary. Fuck all that shit. You could really have a last laugh if you wanted to, but no, you could also be right back broke. So it's like, just take shit easy, don't stress, and be grateful and count your blessings. Cause really, man, nigga, I don't ask God for nothing no more. Everything I ever wanted, I got. You feel me?
Right.
Tenfold
All you need is breath to breathe, huh?
every day to do exactly this.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's been times where I didn't even realize how good I had it, and I had to stop and be like, damn, God, you gave me double what I asked.
Right. Every time down there. It's on divine timing though. People think it's on their timing.
In fact, like my cousin Howie said, that nigga said, you got to blunt some opportunity, you good.
Facts.
Feel
But
me?
before you get out of here, let people know where to find you and get a podcast and shout out. We're gonna end it like that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Boss Status Worldwide. I can't even hold you. Like, I ain't know nothing about the Midwest like that. I ain't even thought anything deep into anything going on as far as like society and politics and even music and things outside of just like engineering and shit. So shout out to Boss Status for always, making people think and be proud of who they are type shit. You feel me? And then shit, you can find me Instagram, female smoke free. Yeah, and that's it. Just look out for female smoke free. If you a boss,
Uh,
we gonna find you, and if you a shorty, you gonna smoke for free. You feel me?
you don't want to let niggas know where to find you at the studio and shit. They trying
Female
to
smoke
book you.
free.
They trying to get it back.
Female smoke
Yeah.
free.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Females.
I just mean like hit up that page for all business on Instagram, female smoke free.
Okay.
So we're gonna start doing all the music and everything through there.
All right. Appreciate your time, my nigga. We gonna link up.
Yeah, valid. Appreciate you too,
Uh,
man. You feel me?
love,
Boss Status Worldwide.
love.
All right, bet. Bolo.
Yeah, for sure. So there we go, man. That was my boy, Masio Masio. Y'all go check him out on his IG, female smoke free. You feel me? He laced me up. That's love right there. Y'all need to go fuck with that. Female smoke free. And y'all can find this podcast on YouTube, Facebook page, Instagram page, and Anchor app. Go ahead and support that Anchor app for sure. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so on and so on. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all time. The rebroadcast will be on Facebook and YouTube. And y'all can find the audio version, on all podcast platforms. Appreciate y'all. We out.